Hey, my Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and this is more channeled messages and readings and whatever for the stupid fucked up situation. But there's more stuff in here than just that too. I just saw a sparkle, so it's not just that. But I know some of you, have been worried about me and my family and stuff because we're involved in this mess, and I know a lot of you do believe what I'm saying, and thank you so much, for your love, your support, any donations you sent me, because a few people have, and it really is helpful. Um, but besides like money and donations and stuff, I'm not doing this for fucking clout or money. I'm doing it because people need to fucking know. And like I said, I'm not the only one involved in this situation. And um, yeah, it's gonna affect me, my family, and whatever. But it's gonna affect a lot of fucking people. It's what it really is. Like, this is a massive chain, and this is why this shit is happening, because like I said, all these bad people are connected, and every motherfucker's going down. Because I said, you never know someone's spiritual lineage. You never know how powerful they are. Who's on their team, Which team do you want to be fighting on? I'm pretty sure you don't want to be with the fucking crows, I'm just going to say. And what's really weird is my son, like, he doesn't even know half the shit he's saying. Like, he'll say stuff and it just pops in, spirit channeling through him without him realizing it, because him and I have similar gifts. And I've said that in a previous reading. I said me and my son spiritually are very similar, and my daughter and her dad have similar gifts too. Like, because we're a very gifted family, I'm just gonna say, which is probably why I could tap into his ass anyways. I mean, I could do it regardless, but I knew I could do it before any of this shit started happening. And I don't know, it's like more foggy with other people, but it's divine protection. That's why I knew the things I knew about certain people. Anyways, it's to protect them, me, whatever. Because like I said, like my friend, something's going on in his situation. Like, there's domestic crap, but there's something going on there, and I feel like it's a mutual friend of ours that's like fucking shit up in his life. I don't know, because there's something not so great there, and I think he's figuring it out, and I really hope he is, or someone close to him or whatever. I just heard he knows. Um, you know that I know that you know. Like, from friends. Well, we're friends, so anyways. Um, Something like that, because that's not the creepy one. I was afraid of him for a little while too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, with the signs I was getting, and it's the fucking mirror magic and all that bullshit, it was like flipping things around for me, and I'm seeing this face and that face, and I'm like, neither one of these people are bad. Why am I looking at them as being fucking shitbags? You know what I mean? Because they've never done nothing to me, and it's like, you know, I don't know. Because I was even looking at his brother that way, and I'm like, why? Like, he's been supportive, and I supported him, and because I was talking about how people turn on one another, like someone you trust is going to turn on you. It's not those two. It's, for me anyways. I mean, they got people around them that there's a lot of fuckery going around that has nothing to do with me. I was just picking up on it. And they'll figure it out. um, I heard, don't worry, I'm coming home. So soldier up, baby, something like that. Someone's coming home, and not going home, they're coming home. And it's like, ain't nothing gonna fucking happen to my family, basically. We take care of our own. The pack is back. I mean, I think there's a pack in my family too, because I did say I'm like the white wolf, and my father, literally, he always calls himself a wolf, like spirit animal and stuff, he always has. And you know what's weird? I always had a wolf in my window. My picture window was like a glass one. And it was like my protector, and it's always like my dad's protecting me energetically, or maybe his father is, because his father's an owl. I just fucking know it. Oakley, he swooped in front of my vehicle one night, and like the owl did, a white one, just like what happened to my father. And it was a warning. And I'm just like, there you are. I don't know. It's just really weird. But, anyways, and it might not even have to do with the situation, like where I was headed or whatever. It was just, when you're looking for a sign, it shows up no matter what you do. And, yeah, so, but I feel like I could shapeshift into both. I just saw a sparkle when I said that. Like, I'm like I can be any animal I want. I'm a chameleon. I keep saying that. Like, I can fit in with anyone. And I've always been able to do that because I don't know. I feel people's pain. I feel people. And if I know, like, your inner trauma, even if I don't know exactly what it is, if I can feel the pain associated with it, I'm definitely going to have a soft spot for you. You know, I just am. Ow. Something like that. But anyways, regardless of that shit, the packs are coming together. I don't know, I kept thinking of like Native American stuff too, and I do know that is it Passamaquoddy Indian is on my father's side, my Grammy Olive basically, which her first name is Mary, and I was seeing a Mary in my house, and I didn't know who the hell it was and whatever, because I didn't know that was her first name. Like, seriously, we just called her, Grammy basically, but I knew everyone called her Olive, and she was actually the first one to introduce me to the spirit world. Back when I was like 10, 11 years old, she came to me because I was so sad I didn't get to go to the funeral and stuff, and I didn't really get to know her much because she was sick. Does she have the breathing issues and shit? I think she had cancer, I'm not sure, but she might be making me feel that way too sometimes, and I just didn't realize it because I was so young. I can't remember how she died exactly. I just knew she was sick. And I just heard, because I heard the name Alton, which is my great-grandfather's name too, and he passed away as well. He lived into his 90s. He was a strong, strong man. He didn't give up, let me tell you what. And even when people wanted him to stop working, he started volunteering, like, fuck it, I'm still doing it. That's how my family is. We power through. That's where I get my strength from. And I'm not saying my mom's not a strong person, because she is. Trust me, she is. Especially emotionally. Maybe that's where I get my emotional strength from. But I don't know. Like, some people might look at my family, especially on my father's side, with the issues and the discord that's going on, that maybe we're weak and we give up on people and we give up on this and that. No. There's so much more to it than that. Like, when people you trust turn on you, you want to believe someone that you love. Yeah, I'm getting a fucking headache now. You want to believe the one that you're in love with. Like, this person loves me. They would never do that to me. They would never push my family away. They would never whatever, because I almost feel like my dad's pretty fucking isolated. Like, I don't know if he talks to his brother much. I heard no, it's like off and on. It's not like it used to be. Things are not like they used to be. And they were best fucking friends. And they don't, that could be the best friend shit was coming in, because I felt that way too. Even though it was like all the past shit was water under the bridge. And I had even had a conversation with him about that. And I just feel like she was fueling a fucking fire. I don't know if she still is or not, but you know what? The fact that her son, her prized baby, the oldest one, with him fucking leaving and not wanting to talk to her, not wanting nothing to do with her, which that's what I heard through the grapevine. And I kind of hope it's true, because maybe he saw her fucking true colors. You know what? That's karma. It's fucking karma. And there's more coming your way. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's why Dawn showed up. Dawn was not a bad person, and I feel like the reason why she turned on me, back when I told you she lied to my father and whatever, and caused all that, she had a brain tumor. Her head was fucked up, and maybe she believed it, because yep, I'm getting the chills. She wasn't in her right mind, and that wasn't her fault. That wasn't her fault. I never knew that. Wasn't her fault. So that's why she's ouch. That's why she's coming through. Okay. Don't stress out. Especially if my father's watching, or whatever. Don't stress out about the situation. Don't stress out about the past. She doesn't hate you, okay? Like, she's not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I love you, no matter what. I know you're not my child, and it's the other way around, but I do feel like your higher self has been talking to me a lot, which is probably why I can't let your ass go, I'm just saying, because there's so much more there, and every time I look in the fucking mirror, I'm like, oh, there's my father, like, I don't know. I look like you. I know I look like my mother too, but I definitely have the Godwin traits. I just do. And I don't know, when I smile, I think of you because my teeth do the same thing. I know mom's does that too a little bit, but like my dad's tooth sticks out, like the front one, just a little bit more. And mine does the same thing. And I had someone telling me that it adds character, and I was like, I gotta get this shit fixed, you know? But it makes me think of my father, like his smile. We have the same eyes. We have the same eyes, Dad. So if you're watching, you can see things too. You're feeling things too. Who the hell are you feeling? Maybe you're feeling me. Because I was in and out of the hospital with that heart crap, but guess what? They can't figure out what's wrong with me. And it's not heart related, it's other shit. Because I legit am being poisoned. I really am. It was, and it's been going on for quite a while, not just these past couple weeks. It was revving up because it's almost like, all right, now she's opening her mouth, she knows too much. So we're gonna fucking take her ass out quick, because I was literally dying in the fucking hospital when they left me in that motherfucking room so long. It was freezing in there too, that the lights turned off, legit, just turned right off. And I'm sitting there in the dark, slumped over. I couldn't fucking move. I felt like I was paralyzed. And I almost was completely like, I couldn't even get out of the chair to get into the wheelchair when they finally came back in. But I was like, I saw an angel and a little boy in there, and I've already explained that, because that little boy was for a friend of mine, baby Batman. He'll be back. And I think you know who he is too. So that message needs to get to Mike. Like, Mike needs to heal and know that things are going to be all right. And it will. But anyways, yeah, I've been being poisoned. And part of it was liquid acid, LSD. I know that's in there. But what's weird is I was trying to figure out the rest. And I had someone mention mercury. I had someone mention, I just saw that flashed again. So mercury might be in there too. Liquid aspirin, but you can get those baby aspirins, the chewable ones, and dissolve them in liquid too. So to turn it into that, I don't know. There's a lot of similar symptoms to that, plus vitamin C. So it's almost like with all the symptoms, with all the shit in this, the symptoms are like there's so many of them that you can't figure out what it is ultimately, and maybe it will present as a different illness. Like, oh, you have high vitamin C levels and this and that. Like, you know, it's an aspirin overdose. No, it's fucking not. Like, I don't know, because you have to literally look for this shit in your system. And when I was talking to my son, like I said, he channels too. And he just doesn't realize it. He come into the kitchen and we were talking, and all of a sudden he just starts talking about poison out of nowhere. And I wasn't talking to him about this shit. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm you got my attention, you know what I mean? So I'm listening. And he mentioned this, he goes, I don't remember the fucking name of it, but, you know, I was playing this game, and then I got thinking, because he plays video games all the time, and his wheels are always a turning, but it's not even coming from him. And he's like, there's this poison that people will use, and it's like a neurological thing. What, you know, when it's in your system, it will fuck with your brain, basically, could make you go crazy, ultimately. And I don't know if it can cause hallucinations, but it will paralyze you. And I kept saying like a rock, which the whole fucking meth and crack rock crap is still true. Like, I shouldn't have hit that, because basically, hold on, I'll say that in a minute. But with the because that was a message for me, because I've been through this before. But it's not gonna, this part isn't happening to me now, it's happening to somebody else. But I'm remembering it in the feelings, because it's like spirit going, remember this? This is what this is where it's coming from. Do you know what I mean? Like, something like that. It might not be the exact people that it's coming from, but it's like maybe the idea came from this situation kind of thing. I don't know. Regardless, the details will come out at some point, but that's kind of what's going on. But anyways, with this poison, it will basically give all the symptoms of what happened to me. And it can present as like cardiac arrest, and it'll paralyze you. Because in the dream I had, I I was laying down, like with I already explained, I'm not gonna do it again, but I was like paralyzed, just laying there, and I could see everything, feel everything, and hear everything, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, I can't do anything, I can't move, I can't speak, and that's what happened to me in the hospital too. It took everything I had to just say, I don't want to fucking die alone, you know? It was crazy, and it fucking hurt like hell. It was painful as shit what I was experiencing. But then the bed flipped, like someone flipped me, they moved me. And I think I figured that out because I resemble somebody else. My sister is involved in this, and it's not good. It's just not good. Um, like, I think the reason why it flipped is because Spirit was the reason why I was awake and alert and everything. I feel is because that was them saying, this isn't you, this is what someone's going to experience. And it's kind of terrifying, but I don't think it's going to be long. Like, no, it's not going to be. Because I almost feel like I'm going to go to sleep first because there's multiple things in here. There's multiple shots. Because I felt like I put my arm out like, just do it. But that's what I said. I wasn't going to fight it. Just fucking do it. Like, I'm not going to fight this. But nothing would touch me. So I was like, well, if you ain't going to fucking come here, I ain't going to fucking do that. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. I will fight. And like, that's what I said in the dream. And then all of a sudden it changed to this person like taking the needle wanting to stick me in the arm, and I was like, no, no, no. I kept dodging it, which I think I really did, and because like, this is gonna fucking hurt, which by the way, my sister is terrified of fucking needles, just FYI. Remember that. I've already said that. Ow. Why does my hand hurt all of a sudden? An IV. That's where my IV was. Make it look like that. I don't care. Autopsy, 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 no matter how the fuck it happens. If anyone goes, autopsy. I'm just saying it. I'll pay for it my fucking self, you know? Anyways, or just make sure someone does it on me, if that's the case. On anyone that in the situation that happens to. Definite autopsy. Because that's what Joe kept telling me, like, just make damn sure. Ow, my back, you look into this. But anyways, it had flipped. And when it had flipped, that would be the way my sister would sit on her bed. And it was weird because these people are sitting on my bed, and I'm just like, nobody comes in my room and sits on my fucking bed, you know? And that was what it was in the dream. And I was like, this house is familiar. It feels like my house, but it didn't look like my house. My sister's house is familiar to me too. I've, you know, been there a million times. But anyways, so it's like a house I've been into, or it wasn't me, you know, I'm seeing what somebody else is seeing. But I feel like I'm laying down, the shit happens or whatever. Oh, I'm asleep. Inject you with heroin. Now I'm really fucking asleep, you know, like I ain't gonna move now. And then, whew, but there's also hairline. There's something in the hairline that could be a different person, but it could be all the same person too. Because I make it look like an IV. It could just be like, oh, you can't get to my arm because I'm scared of needles. You can't get to me. Like, fuck you, you know, because she hates them. Why is it coming to me this way now? I didn't see it this way before. It's all about timing. Anyways, and then it's like, oh, we're going to put you down. We're going to paralyze you so that you can just lay there. Yep. It's a sneak attack. The bitch pulled it out of her fucking hood. It's her. It's a girl that's going to do this because it's someone that she trusts or thinks she can trust, but she does have a bad feeling. Maybe she's been watching my shit. I'm not really sure. She just kind of like, I think I can trust you, but I don't know. So anyways, comes out of her hood. Whew, now you're down. You're laying there going, shit. You can't fight it now. Okay. You do it that way because it looks like she did it to herself. That's why they flip her. Because if she was going to do anything, these people know her routine. They know what where she puts her shit, everything. So she would be sitting on the edge of her bed facing her nightstand if she was going to do something like that. So it's like, I'm going to flip you that way so you'll fall back this way and it will look like it's self-inflicted. And then we're going to take So there is just heroin in the one that's going to be in her forearm, because that's what they're going to leave out to make it look like she did it to herself. They're going to take the other one with her, the one that kind of paralyzed her, which I don't know what the fuck that is. Something. Anywho, and then when she's down, put it in her hairline where you won't see it. And that one is going to be strychnine, probably mixed with other shit, because strychnine, poisoning, because I was trying to figure out what this shit is, and that's what my son was talking about, because he looked it up because he couldn't remember the name. And as he's trying to read it, I'm like, oh shit, I kept seeing shit about strychnine, like Spirit was showing me, and I'm just like, who the fuck would get that shit, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's painful to die that way too. But like I said, she's not going to feel that because she's going to have the other crap in her system. I'm not sure, but whatever. And if that's not her, that's happening to somebody, but I just, whatever. Anyways, is that really happening? Yeah, so it's going to look like she overdosed and did it to herself, but strychnine will cause all the symptoms, back pain, all the pain she's been in. It's because it's been slow, like, I almost feel like she's been getting slow doses of this without realizing it, and then she's going to get the fucking whammy. And just with everything else, like the mixed bag, it's like you can Narcan her all you want, she ain't coming back. You're not going to know what this is. And even if they do know, I just think it's going to be too late. It's going to shut down because her body is weak anyways. Like, I saw her last night, and she was bawling like a baby over a situation, which was just ridiculous. And you know what? Her son's grandmother can fuck off, you know? You have no right to speak to my sister that fucking way. And if you're watching me, I don't give a shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but you're a piece of shit. You really are. You know, maybe stop drinking. Stop butting your nose into other people's fucking business. Because guess what? You're part of this shit too. Karma's coming for you. I don't really know exactly what it is, but good fucking luck with that. Just gonna say, that really ticked me off. She was crying about it, and I was trying to talk to my sister about, you know, calm down, don't listen to the opinions of others. You know, we all fuck up, we all make mistakes. It is what it is, you know, but she just takes shit to heart too much because she's stressed. She's got a lot going on. She's not in a good place, and it's just like everything piling up. Everything piling up. Oh, that's the best way. Like, oh, I took myself out because I can't handle the fucking stress. Is that why you fucking called? You better not be involved, bitch. Because her son is a addict. I was going to say something else. Too. But he's in jail right now. But conveniently, I'm sorry, prisoners don't make much fucking money, but he's sending his daughter a lot of fucking money. I don't know what that is about. I'm not going to mention more about it because I don't really know, and that's not... I just heard it's part of everything. But anyways, someone you fucking trust. I'm telling you. I told my daughter to stay the fuck away from his daughter because she's just not a nice girl. I've always had a bad feeling about her. And I even told my daughter, I was like, I don't want you to be alone with her. I just don't. Like, I don't trust it for some reason. I think I know why now, but anyways, besides that shit. So yeah, no, she's not going over to her house. Nope, not happening. That's probably why I have my nephew here. It's like, he's here so that she stays here. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Because he's been really good, so he can stay. And I'm going to let him stay for a little while. But anyways, because I don't know, he seems happier right now. Like, they're having a good time, so it is what it is. He was being a pain in the ass for a while, and I didn't let him come over because he wasn't listening. But he apologized, and he's been great. And that's basically why I punished him, so that he could see the error in his ways, and that this is a privilege, you know, not a right, basically. But anyways, he's a good kid. He has a hard time too, you know. It's a crap sandwich. It just is. But besides that, yeah, so I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen there. It's a mixed bag. Because I saw death behind her. And I was like, oh, is death behind her? Like, oh, we're putting this shit behind us now? No, it's sneaking up on her. Out of fucking nowhere. But I think she kind of knows. I think a lot of people fucking know. But anyways. Yeah, with the fucking strychnine shit and whatever else. The poisoning. I know I have that in my system, and I want someone to fucking check me when all this shit goes down. I'm just saying, I might even just go, I can't go to my doctor, I don't have a car, but besides that, like, after, I don't know, there will come a time, and it will still be in my system. That's just what I was told, and that's what I want it to be looked for, because you know what's really weird? It causes muscle spasms and shit, and before all this really bad crap was happening to me, when I kept going to the hospital and all that shit, I would sit down and my back, my spine would fucking spasm so bad, my body would go like this, and it would hurt so much, and my neck and everything. And C7 is also like a vertebrae and shit in your back, so I don't know if someone's gonna get stuck in their back with that, but it can affect your back ultimately. It deteriorates, you know, tissues in your body and stuff. My back better not be fucked up from this. I'm gonna be so fucking mad, but the surgery will be fine. But anyways, yeah, that was going on, and it was randomly happening, and I'm like, I didn't even do anything. What the fuck is going on with my back? Anyways, yeah, so there was that and all the other symptoms and shit. But what was I gonna say? Oh, when I said I never should have hit that. I mean, I don't know if someone's gonna hit a rock, it looks like a rock. No, this is in the past. This is what my story, the part. That's how I know the connection, or just like what this shit is, basically. Yeah, because crystal meth. That's a mixed bag. I'm just fucking saying, you never know what the fuck's in that. It's a lot of bad shit, you know? Well, I had I had tried that before in the past, and I don't know, it was okay. It just kept me up, and I was like, I just want to fucking go to sleep. I'm sick of being awake now, you know? I don't know, I didn't like it. But, and I didn't have a problem with what I had gotten from somebody else, you know, because it was just a tiny bit. It wasn't even much, and I'm just like, not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't have anything at the time, and when you're in active addiction, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna try everything kind of thing, and I did. But I don't know, I didn't like it. But anyways, you know, I would like do blow and shit once in a while, and crack too, you know, freebase, whatever. You want to mix shit up. And one time I had gotten a rock from someone, and it tasted funny. And it was after I'd had, no, that was what caused it. Because I was like, it was after that shit. No, that's what caused it. Because it tasted funny, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. I didn't really think much of it, but I noticed. And then I had done more later on or something. It was like, I don't know, a few hours later or something. Basically finished what I fucking had, because that's what you do when you have that shit. You never fucking save it. But anyways, man, I'm being wicked honest about everything. I'm just saying. And I really hope that my children see these things and listen to these stories, because that's real life will really fucking scare you, because it's true. It's not, I ain't bullshitting nobody. This is the reality of what people do when they're doing this shit. A lot of people be like, oh, I used to do that in my past, and they leave it at that. They don't say, oh, I smoked pills, and I fucking snorted this, and I cooked it down. Like, you know, they don't tell you that shit. They don't tell you the details, because they're ashamed of some of the details. Like I said, I've never used a needle or nothing, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it. Pick your fucking poison. You know, it is what it is. It all stems from the same place, you know, the trauma. This is why we do this shit, you know? And I know my sister's troubled. Like, she doesn't talk about a lot of problems that she has, and she just feels very left out. And I've known that for a long time. But anyways, just the outcast. I'm just an outcast. She's always thought she was the black sheep. My teeth fucking hurt now. Anyways, I almost feel like my face is going numb. feel like an outcast. Anyways, when I fucking finished that up, my heart was fucking racing. But it was only a tiny bit when I finished it because I didn't do it like all at once. Like, I don't know, I was fine, 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 and then I was not fucking fine. And I was laying in bed, and I remember my heart's like, shh. I'm like, man, I'm going tachycardic. What the fuck is going on here? Because that didn't normally happen to me. So I'm just trying to keep myself calm. And then all of a sudden, my hands start going cold and tingly and going up my arms. And I'm like, oh, shiitake, like, what the fuck's going on, you know? I'm like, this isn't good, just calm down. Like, I thought it was like a panic attack, because that's what everyone fucking was telling me. Anyways, they told me that at the hospital, too. I wasn't wrong. But anyways, I'm feeling that way, and I'm like, it's still spreading. Like, what the fuck? It's not changing. And it traveled all the way up my arms, and then all of a sudden, when I went to pick up my arms, my fingers started doing this. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't move my fucking hands now. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I can't pick anything up. And I was like, oh crap. So I had called for help, basically. I called my kid's father. And I'm like, my blood pressure's through the roof. I'm freezing up. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like, I think I'm having a fucking heart attack. He wouldn't call 911 though. And it was almost like, are you sure, kind of thing. And I'm like, yes, I'm fucking sure. So even though my hands are freezing, I'm like, 911. And I'm like trying to talk. Well, the operator was on the phone when I was trying to talk, but I couldn't talk because now my arms were starting to go like this. And I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So I handed him the phone because obviously he has to talk to him now because they were on the phone. And when I was like, maybe if I just lay down, I'll be fine. I kept coughing like that too, and I kept tasting chemicals and stuff, and I would always say that to the ambulance people, you know, and then nobody paid attention to what I was fucking saying. It's like, really listen to your damn patients, because it's not in their fucking head. I mean, there are some people where it is, but normally not. That's actually quite rare. So anyways, I was trying to lay down to like, because I'm like, if I calm down, maybe my muscles will stop freezing up. Nope, I laid down, and all of a sudden my lungs felt really heavy, like fluid in them. And I'm like, I'm gonna drown. Like, I felt like I was drowning, dry drowning. So I sit up and I'm coughing up this pink foam shit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You know, I just kept doing it. And I mean, my body was freezing up to the point where my legs were doing it, my eyes were twitching, my face was twitching. I mean, it was fucked up. I was also hallucinating too, which is a neurological thing. So even if acid isn't in this, that can cause that too. I do feel like acid's in here somewhere, I'm just saying. But yeah, that can cause that. And I'm like, fucking shit. Ow. Pains and crap, you know? It just feels like in the side. A pain in my side. You're a pain in my side. Whatever, I don't care. It fucking sucked. I almost died. Well, all these motherfuckers knew that, but I think they were trying to get rid of me anyways. I don't know who started the whole get rid of her shit, but besides that, it'll all come out. But yeah, that's where it all stemmed from, and I had no idea. And of course, when I go into the hospital, I'm like dealing with everything. They didn't even hook me up to monitors, nothing. So I could have just laid there and died, just like at the other fucking hospital. I'm like, how many times am I gonna go through this shit? You know what I mean? And it's painful. It's like, I was suffering. I mean, I'm still dealing with some shit, but most of the stuff that I'm feeling now isn't me. It's coming from other people. I feel like I'm getting stabbed in the fucking back. Yeah, I definitely that's happening. But anyways, when they drug tested me, because I was honest, I told them, I was like, you know, I smoked a crack rock. I did, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you, because if I'm having a heart attack, I want you to fucking know it's in my system. So I was open and honest. They treated me like shit because I was honest, which really pissed me off, because you know what? I'm still a person. And just because someone does that, could have been my first time. They didn't fucking know. They didn't know my history. They didn't know if I did it all the time or not. You have no idea, because sometimes the first time you do something could be the last time you do something too, so don't fucking judge. Anyways, I get really mad about this shit. Anyways, because I know a lot of people who have battled with this, and they're not shitty people. They're just not. Some can turn bad, but not all. Anyways, so they tested me, and they found crystal in my system, and I was just like, because the crystal I had tried before was way prior and it wasn't in my system anymore because it had been a while. Because I said it was only a tiny bit, and I was like, I don't want to do that. So I was like, what? Like, I didn't even do that, you know? I was like, it did taste funny though. So that's what it was. And of course, after everyone knew I went to the hospital and all that shit happened, it's like, oh, this shit will definitely kill her. But if it has poison in it, of course it fucking will. That was done on purpose. That was fucking done on purpose. I just know it. Just know it. And it's happening again. It's happened to more people. It's not just happened to me. Which is why I'm saying it. Because it's like, you know this feeling. Yeah, I did. I mean, I thought about it, but I'm like, damn, I'm having a fucking heart attack. That's what I kept saying. This is happening to multiple people. The fucking bitch. I don't know. There's a queen bee here somewhere who's connected to these people who's problematic. Karma's a bitch, I'm just saying. And it will get out. But anyways. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, the light's flashing. Of course, when my son was talking about strychnine, and I said something about when I see myself in a dream, it's actually my sister because we look similar, especially when I'm not wearing makeup. Like, we look different, but you can tell we're related, you know what I mean? And the lights went, whoop, like, yup, you finally got it, twisted sister. When you see your sister, like when I see my sister, for my life, it's representing me. But when I see myself, it's her. And I was like, oh, I didn't get that before. But yeah, that's what that was. So I had it all flippity-flop, but the plans were flippity-flop too. There's still a problem here. Just saying, here. But, like, for me, because I got a fucking target on my head, of course. But you guys will know. I'm telling you. That flashed what I was thinking. Because I was thinking 7/11/21, and today is the 21st of December. But, I don't know. I kept seeing the number 7. 11 might be 11 a.m., 11 p.m. Well, it's 11:23 right now, which was weird because I was saying 3, 6, 9, but I don't know. I said 3, and then 4 popped in there somewhere because it must have been a change. 6, because it went from 3, 6, 9 to 3, 4, 6, 6. No, 6, 12, 6, 7, 8 is what I heard after that. So I don't know if it's AM, PM, what the fuck it is. There's time differences in here too for these different situations, but those are times that shit's gonna happen. And what's also weird, I mean, my kid's father's on call and stuff anyway, so he leaves at all fucked up times. But he didn't leave a note this morning, like saying that he fed the dog or anything like that. Like something changed today for some reason. So there's changes in this situation. But he didn't leave a note like normal. The coffee pot was on still. He didn't turn the power thing off. There was no coffee in his cup. I don't even know if he, like, made coffee or whatever before he left. I threw out the coffee thing that was in it and just got another one, but I also heard I made it to soda but not to coffee, and then the next day I heard, oh, I made it to coffee. And then, oh shit, I almost knocked coffee over. Something like that. I don't fucking know what that fucking means. I almost knocked coffee over. He had gotten poisoned at some point too. Probably by accident. Yeah, that was an accident. I don't even know if he knew. Probably like, oh shit, that was for her, not me. Whoops. You know? I don't know why I keep saying that. Because I'm trying to be like, no, it's not that. It's not him. He's not involved. But who the fuck else is going to try to off my ass in this house? I'm just saying. Not to mention, because when I was talking about my ex who was obsessed, who's fucking all like, fuck you, you know, you're going to have a better life than me. It's all money related, too. And I don't want to pay child support. You're going to take my fucking, that's a Chris Watts crap. People would never see this shit coming. That's why Shenan's here, too, in part. Good dad. Pays the bills, all the shit. Whatever. Like, no one would see it coming. But he offed his whole fucking family. I mean, I ain't pregnant, I'm not his wife, but I'm his ex. And it's almost like and he wants to be with me, or he did. There's a fine line between passion and anger. It's like, oh, what I'm feeling for you is turning into fucking, I fucking hate you now. That type of shit.